Picture this, your mother, pale and fragile, lying in a hospital bed surrounded by flowers and cards. Tubes in her arm, a weak smile as she whispers, "I don't have much time left, sweetheart." You drop everything, your job, your life, your savings, to care for her. You cancel trips, quit dreams, hold her hand through chemo days. The whole family rallies. Tears, prayers, final goodbyes. Then one day, you find a single piece of paper that changes everything. A hospital record. Not from her doctor. From a completely different hospital. Dated the same week, she claimed she was too weak to walk. She wasn't dying. She never had cancer. She faked it all, for attention. For control. For money. My name is Mia Reynolds. I was the devoted daughter who almost lost her entire future, believing the biggest lie of her life. But when the truth came out, it didn't just break hearts, it destroyed an empire of deception. And the revenge? It happened in the one place she never expected. Right in front of everyone who ever pitied her. If you've ever questioned a loved one's story, if something felt off, but you pushed it down out of guilt, stay. Because this story starts innocent, turns sinister, and ends with a reckoning you won't see coming. Let's go back to where the performance began. I grew up in a quiet, upscale neighborhood in Seattle. Dad was a software engineer, steady, kind, always working late. Mom, Lydia Reynolds, was the star of every room. Beautiful, charismatic, the kind of woman who could cry on cue and make you feel like the villain for not comforting her. From the start, the family dynamic was unbalanced. My older brother, Ethan, was the prodigy, scholarships valedictorian, now a successful lawyer in New York. I was the quiet middle child, good grades but sensitive. Mom called me her little worrier. Dad called me reliable. But Mom? She needed drama to feel alive. It started small. When I was 10, she collapsed during my school play. Claimed a migraine so severe she needed to be carried out. The attention shifted from my performance to her. Teachers fussed. Parents whispered. I learned early, Mom's crises trumped everything. By my teens, the pattern solidified. Bad breakup? Mom's panic attack landed her in the ER for 3 days. Ethan's promotion? Mom's mysterious fainting spell stole the spotlight at the celebration dinner. Dad enabled it, paying bills, driving her to appointments, never questioning. I moved out at 22 after college, got a job in marketing, started dating a kind man named Lucas. Life felt normal. Then 2 years ago the call came. Mia, it's cancer. Stage 4. They say 6 months, maybe less. The world stopped. I flew home immediately. Mom looked frail, hair thinning, she said, from chemo. Skin pale, voice whispery. She showed me scans on her phone, blurry images she claimed were tumors. Doctors were guarded, she said. No visitors allowed during treatment. I quit my job remotely, moved back in. Dad was a wreck, working less, drinking more. Ethan flew in monthly, bringing gifts and guilt. We sold Mom's jewelry to cover uncovered treatments. I drained my savings for medications she never took in front of me. But small inconsistencies nagged. She ate full meals when alone, but pretended weakness around us. Her chemo days always coincided with big family events she wanted to dominate. No hair fell out after months. She wore wigs, but they looked too perfect. She refused to let me attend appointments. It's too emotional, she'd sob. I pushed doubts away. Questioning a dying woman? Monstrous. Then Lucas proposed. Mom cried, happy tears, she said. But later, alone, she whispered, "Don't leave me, Mia. Not now. Not when I'm like this." The wedding was postponed indefinitely. Red flags mounted. One night, I overheard her on the phone. "Yes, darling, tell them it's worse." More flowers, more cards. Laughter, genuine, cruel laughter. I started documenting. Quietly. I began with her medical file. A folder she kept locked. One afternoon while she napped, I picked the lock, YouTube tutorial, desperate times. Inside, printouts of generic cancer articles, photoshopped scans, Poorly done, dates mismatched. Receipts for wigs and makeup, not meds. No real prescriptions. No oncologist name that checked out. I searched her email. Password was my birthday. Ironic. Messages to a friend named Carla. The family is eating it up. Ethan sent another $5,000. Mia quit her job perfect. Carla replied, "You're a genius, LYD. Keep the treatments vague. They won't push if they think you're dying." My stomach dropped. This wasn't new. Emails went back years, different ailments, same playbook. But the deepest cut, a bank transfer log. Thousands funneled from Dad, Ethan, even me, into an account under Lydia's wellness fund. Offshore hints. I confronted Dad privately. He broke down. I suspected. But how do you accuse your wife of faking terminal illness? We agreed, gather proof. No rash moves. Meanwhile, Mom escalated. "The cancer's spreading to my bones," she announced at a family dinner. Tears. Hugs. More GoFundMe donations poured in, $80K total now. I felt sick. People were giving their hard-earned money to a fraud. Mom claimed a flare-up. Ambulance arrived. I followed in my car, determined to see the real doctor. At the ER, chaos. Mom was wheeled in, dramatic as ever. But I slipped to the records desk, using an old family friend excuse. A sympathetic nurse let me peek at intake notes. No cancer history. No prior admissions for chemo. Just anxiety-related symptoms from years ago. Then the bombshell file. A 2018 note from a psychiatrist. Patient presents with factitious disorder. Fabricating symptoms for attention. Recommend therapy. Refused. Factitious disorder. Munchausen syndrome. I photographed everything. Shaking. Back home, Mom recovered miraculously after 2 days. "The new treatment is working," she beamed. But I had the proof. Ethan flew in. We showed him. He was furious, then devastated. She made me miss my fiancé's graduation for emergency visits. We planned carefully. Private investigator. Forensic accountant. Lawyer. The PI uncovered more. Fake charity events where Mom was honored survivor. Photos with celebrities she paid for. A side account with $200,000 plus. Tension built for weeks. Mom sensed something, became paranoid, checking phones, accusing us of not caring enough. I kept a hidden camera in the living room. Footage showed her dancing when alone, full makeup, laughing on calls about milking it longer. Confrontation night arrived. Family dinner. We waited until dessert. I slid the folder across the table. "Explain this, Mom." Silence. Then tears, real ones? No. Performance. I was sick in my mind. I needed love. Ethan exploded. "You took our money. Our time. You made us grieve you." Dad filed for divorce that week. But she fought back. Claimed we were abandoning her in her final days. Publicly posted sob stories. Sympathy flooded in, until we leaked anonymized records to a local investigative reporter. The article dropped. Local woman accused of faking terminal cancer, defrauding family and donors. Comments exploded. Old friends turned. GoFundMe frozen. Lawsuit filed. Fraud, emotional distress, theft by deception. Mom hired a lawyer, played victim card hard. I was mentally ill. But evidence was ironclad. Medical contradictions, financial trails, video proof. During cross-examination, the judge asked one devastating question. "Mrs. Reynolds, if you were truly dying, why did you book a cruise for next year under an alias?" She crumbled. Verdict: guilty on all counts. Restitution ordered. Full $200,000 plus returned, plus damages. Prison time, 3 years, suspended partially for mental health. Dad moved to a condo, peaceful. Ethan married his fiancée. We rebuilt our bond. I restarted my career stronger. Mom. Released early. Lives alone now. Reaches out occasionally. Apologies mixed with excuses. I keep distance. The lesson? Love shouldn't cost your sanity. Sometimes the biggest illnesses are invisible and weaponized. If this story hit home, comment your thoughts below. Have you ever uncovered a family lie? Share, anonymously if needed. Like, subscribe for more real-life dramas. And remember, trust your instincts. They might just save you.